Your POV. Are you tired of people? I asked little Nimizumi, yawning and almost falling asleep in my arms. Oh, you've had the worst day of your little little days, have you? Putting her into the crib and her falling asleep so fast I couldn't believe it. OMG, now it's time for a nap. Yin, said a voice from my door. I opened it to see Eri. Oh, Eri, why are you here? Sorry, if I may ask, I said, seeing her cute little smile. Can I see Nimizumi? She asked, wanting to make sure it was okay with me. Sure thing. Come in, I said, moving out of the way. She walked over to the crib, her standing on her little tippy toes, as she could see little Nizumi. Do you want me to take her out so you can see her without being on your tippy toes? I asked, walking over to her. Please, she said, looking at me. Okay, let me pick her up, I said, picking her up and walking to the rocking chair my mother had given me. She's very pretty, Yin, Eri said, holding Nimizumi a little tiny hand. Yes, when she's older you can play with her, I said, giggling a bit. Really? When? I would love to play with someone close to my age, she said, smiling. The biggest smile I've ever seen in a long time. Eri, I heard Aizawa say by my door. Oh, there you are, he said, walking into the room. Eri, come on, let's go play with the others and let Yin and little Nimizumi sleep. They need it, he said, as Eri started to walk to him, but looking sad. No, I'm all right. I'm getting a little lonely. You just walking a bit, I said. Well, with just the baby, I said, giggling. Sorry, I messed up there. Oh, then Eri, you can stay with if Yin is okay with it, he said, making sure it was fine with me. Yes, I'm fine with it, I said, smiling. Eri, do you want to play? I said, then being interrupted. Can we do a puzzle? The moon one, please, she said, basically having metaphorical stars in her eyes. Okay, let me grab it, I said, going to pick it up and placing Nimizumi down before, grabbing it and placing it down on the hardwood floor that we continued and tried to finish the puzzle, having the outer lines done and going to the middle. Thank you, Yin, but I'm going to hang out with the others since you have to go, she said, waving her hand as he waved back. Okay, Nimizumi, ready to buy something for Grandma and Grandpa? I said, picking her up as she giggled and moved her little legs. I got her ready and said goodbye to everyone and walked out to the mall to buy some items for both my parents. Your mother's favorite flowers and your father, an item he needed for one of his projects, or gadgets, as he says it. When we got there, Nimizumi got so many compliments from people saying how pretty her eyes were and that they hadn't seen anything more beautiful than them. Her giggles were so cute. When I got to the flower shop, I saw the same red-haired girl. I didn't know if it was Toga like last time or just a normal girl. Once I got deeper and deeper into the shop, she was just a normal girl. Oh, those flowers are so pretty. Who are they for? She asked. When I turned around and heard, oh my gosh, is she yours? She asked, looking at little Nimizumi. Yes, she is, and the flowers are from my mother, I said, smiling. Oh, you're such a good daughter. I have 2 girls, and they never come over and visit me any time, she said, giggling. Oh, sorry, but I have to go, I said to the nice lady. Oh, well, I hope you get home safe, she said to me, then leaving. As we were leaving, someone had been following me. How did I know? Because she kept staring behind me. when she was out of the carrier. Once we had to the bus stop, someone sat down beside me, and I heard, "What a cute baby," before I blacked out. I woke up and noticed I didn't have Numizumi, and that I was in a room. I don't know. The door to the right had a chair sitting on it, chained. I had the door open and saw Izu. "So, you thought you could escape me?" Izu asked me. "No, and where did you take my baby?" I said as he came closer, and that's when I noticed he had a knife. "Oh, Yin, she's fine and asleep upstairs. And she isn't just yours," he said. "And you were the one telling the heroes where and what we were going to do. So I'm going to have to punish you. I don't really want to, though, but the League would be mad at me if I didn't," he said, putting the knife to my neck. "Please, Izu," I said, not wanting this to be my last day alive. "I won't kill you," he said, putting the knife down and kissing me passionately. "I love you, Yin, and I want little Numizumi to have both her mother and father growing up," he said, putting the knife down. "But I still have to punish you, even though I don't want to," he said, holding onto my forearm a bit too tight. Then he picked up the knife. "I'm sorry, but I will have to teach you a lesson tomorrow," he said, walking out of the room and shutting the door. My eyes tearing up, and I started crying. I won't be able to see Numizumi until I was set fit. Sorry, Bakugo, my parents, my class, but Numizumi, I have to save now. This is crap. Wait, what? Deku's POV. Once I got from the basement, I saw little Numizumi babbling away. "Aw, look at you, pretty girl," I said, with her starting to giggle. "Oh, look what I have here," taking the little baby bunny I gave to Yin, but Numizumi deserved it. She babbled and giggled as she reached out for the little toy, but still, I never known what she was saying, but she was still cute though. And that's when I heard knocking at the door. What the heck do you want?" I said as Dobby walked into my house, toying with the keys in his finger. "Nothing. Shigaraki wanted to make sure your little toy was being punished for what she did," he said, looking at the baby, and that was now in my arms. "Don't get any ideas about using her for Yin's punishment," I said, shooting daggers at him. "Come, your little ass. I'm not going to," he said. "Well, I'm off. Got other things to do for Shigaraki," he said, walking into the house and shutting the door behind him. "Numizumi, never trust that man," I said when she looked at me, then sneezed. "Aw, your sneezes are the adorablest, cutest," I said cheerfully and her giggling. I walked to Numizumi's room so she could play with some of the things I got her. Placing her down, she started to play with the little bunny I gave her. Her little squeals that could make anyone die for her cuteness. As time passed, Numizumi had gotten more and more tired, her eyes shedding more and more frequent. All right, I guess it's time for a nap," I said, picking her up and placing her down in her crib, putting the little bunny by her. Now, she was asleep. Your POV. All I heard was a door slam upstairs. I thought it was Izu until I heard someone coming down the stairs. "Hello, Yin. No worries. Our little Numizumi is asleep, and if you heard a slam, that was Dobby. He was making sure that I was doing my job," he said, closing the door and walking to the table where he placed his knife on a day ago. "Yin, I'm sorry that I must do this." Numizumi little asked about them in the future when you are all done, but we'll just say they were from falling, he said, making his way to me with his knife. "Yin, why won't you talk to me?" he asked me, looking to see if his name was still cut into my thigh. Good. Still there. I wonder what the heroes thought of it, he said, giggling. Now let us start, he said, stabbing the knife into my thigh. I screamed as the blood of my thigh moved down the chair onto the floor. I love when you scream, especially when it's my name, he said, giggling even more. He kept stabbing or slicing my skin and making more and more marks that I already had from him. Please, Izu, stop. I'll do anything, I whispered out. Oh, Yin, I can't do that. You're in trouble, and people can't get away with things that they are in trouble for, he said, continuing to cut into my thigh. He stopped. That's when I heard Numizumi cry. Oh, looks like we have to stop today. I have to go take care of our baby, he said, walking to put his knife back. I'll come back to fix up your cuts and stabs, he said, leaving the room. A few minutes went by, and Numizumi had stopped crying. Then another couple minutes passed, and Izuku came back with items to clean and make sure the cuts and stabs weren't gonna get infected. Yin, I'm sorry. I don't want to do this, but the league is making me. I want you to be able to see Numizumi grow up. So, Yin, can we make a deal? He said, not looking at me as he cleaned up the blood. That's when he got up and walked to the table in the room and grabbed a key? What is he doing? If all you do is listen to me, I won't do anything to you, he said, unlocking the cuff around my leg. Izu, are you going to hurt me and Numizumi if they find out? I said, starting to cry a little. I will not allow it, he said, finishing unlocking the locks and helping stand. Then pulling me into a tight hug and not letting go. That's when I realized he started crying. Yin, I'm so sorry. I never wanted them to be involved with us, he said, crying, hugging tighter and tighter. Izu, you're going to kill me if you keep squeezing me, I squealed out. Oh my, I'm so sorry, he pushed back, putting his hands on his sides. I missed when he was like this all the time. God, how he's changed. Yin, can you hold my hand? He asked like his old middle school self. Fine, I said, taking his hand as he walked up the stairs to the main floor, letting go of my hand and walking to what I thought was Nimizumi's room, which was walking out with her in his arms and letting her take her from him so I could see her. It felt like I hadn't seen her in years. You really love her, he said, sounding like he was getting jealous of a baby. Izu, you would do that same if you had her in you for 9 months and went into 6 hours of labor, I deadpanned. You're right, he giggled out.